What's up, YouTube? We're gonna name my channel from now on to the Madness. How can we do this? I gotta have madness in it. I got madness in everything. That's what I call myself and all my fantasy football teams. Facebook page. Madness Lair. No, Madness. I want you guys, tell me, what should I call my addiction? My love. Where the hell did they go? My love for my fish. So when I approach you guys on YouTube, Madness, help me out here. Tell me what you think. Anyway, I had a video out on Tuesday with all my new arrivals from Wraps, and I had intended on explaining how I go through my quarantine. Now, there's some of you that are watching this that I know for a fact, because we all get lazy, that don't quarantine your fish. You assume because they're coming from a breeder, or because you got them at the local fish store, or because they're coming from Joe Blow on the corner, that they take care of their fish, so there's no need to quarantine them. I want to enjoy these guys in their tanks. I swear, I sat down here so you could see my Feste, and they decided they want to hang out on that end of the tank. Anyway, I understand, you want to enjoy your fish in your tanks immediately. Who wants to stick their fish in a tank in a corner, quarantining them for 4 to 6 weeks? This guy. 2 thumbs. This guy. Reason is because I used to be like that. I got bit. I lost a boatload of fish because of it. Somebody who a lot of you probably know very well, Mel, who goes on YouTube by the name of Quapote Mel, had a 1,000-gallon tank with a 24-inch umbi. Male, female was close to 20 inches. Again, you guys all know his Dovai, who he recently lost, who I think is probably the largest Dovai in the world, who passed at about 27 inches. Mel just has a way of growing his fish large. Granted, the 1,000-gallon tank helps out a great deal. In that tank, he had his umbi pair. He had a large Feste pair. He had a large Trimac pair. What else? He had a Jag. He had anyway, beside that, he picked up a Texas, a really beautiful large Texas from a friend, Texas Cichlid. Put it in the 1,000-gallon tank, not thinking anything of it. Within a few weeks to a month, he lost everything in that tank other than that one Texas Cichlid. You know, that right there goes to show you, quarantine your fish regardless of who you get them from. Quarantine them. Quarantine them, quarantine them. So that's what I did. You guys saw me unloading my fish, undoing them, putting them in the quarantine tank. Rocket 3 on YouTube went through a similar issue. Lost a boatload of fish, spent a boatload of money because he didn't quarantine. Another friend of mine who goes by DMD on several of the sites, MFK, the Hydra, which everybody, every single one of you should be on, is the Hydra, because Team TAS, myself, Jeff, Heiser, Mike, Mann, Conway, Stevens, Brian, I believe his last name is Dolly, Forrest, and he won't tell us his last name. You all know him as Cichlidman09. All of them are on my YouTube page. Check out every single one of them. All of us are part of Team TAS. Team Aquatic Supports. We are the sponsors and the mods of the cichlid section on the Hydra. Check us out. Anyway, that's my shameless, post for that. Regardless, DMD, again, brought in a wild caught Pierside. Did not quarantine it. Lost all his fish. I can count on on 2 hands the number of people I know who have lost a lot of money and have spent a lot of money on meds because they haven't quarantined them. Okay, so I think I've hit the quarantine thing hard enough and long enough. So that's what I do. I do it for 6 weeks. I quarantine my fish for 6 weeks. I give them a quarantine cocktail is what I call them. I use, and I'll take you out in the garage, I can't remember the name, I use a metronidazole. I use nitrofurazone, nitrofurazine by Aquarium Pharmaceuticals. I also use Paragard. I don't use them all at full strength, but I do that cocktail. I also use Epsom salts to help clean out the system. I do that. It sits for a couple of days. I do a water change. I give them some fresh water. I leave that for a day. Tomorrow I'll do another cocktail. I'll do that at least 3 times, and then I let them sit. I watch. I feed them. We watch them. I make sure for 6 weeks everything is kosher. Then we move them back into their tanks of, or not back into the tanks where they eventually they're going to end up. So with that said, let's go take a look at the fish in quarantine. What do you think? I also got some breeding action going on, I believe, so we can take a look at that real quick. Speaking of breeding action, little female wants to spawn. All right, here they are. There's the little wild-caught barred Midas. As you can see, my water is green from the medicine. Right here's the Paragard I use by Seachem. Let's go down. The Centrachus is underneath there along with the Pleco. That Pleco is awesome looking. It colored up immediately once I got it in here and it got comfortable. That male got beat up a little bit, believe it or not, by the Honduran red points. So in the quarantine tank, my Honduran red points wanted to look like they want to spawn, so they were getting aggressive. So they are over here hanging out on their own. There's the little female. And the male is hanging out inside that little log there. So anyway, so the spawning action we got going on is over here. Now we already showed you in my Vieja tank all the fry in the corner. Yeah, there's no more fry. Yeah, we had to get rid of that. Right here by Aquarium Pharmaceuticals. Let's flip on a light so we can see this better. I love this stuff for my quarantine. And nitrofurazin green powder by I'm sorry, not Aquarium Pharmaceuticals, National Fish Pharmaceuticals. Really good stuff. So, I got to do a quick shout out to Mr. McMahon. Sorry, I don't think you're that big or that rich. Mr. Man, I got to give you a quick shot at this beautiful, beautiful female. Since you last saw her, I believe she's put on some size, some color, and she looks stupendous, my friend. So I think you need to fly to Washington and come get her. If she turns sideways, you can look at those markings. There she is. Nice. So since that last video also, I moved my Umbi pair over to here. First time I will be able to check out my Umbi male. And again, he's still kind of skittish, so you aren't really seeing his full colors. Anyway, no spawning there. But we might have some spawning going on up here with my electric blue Jack Dempsey and a blue jean Jack Dempsey female. The two of them have gotten together, decided to hang out. Her tube is dropping a little bit. Her colors on her looking pretty snazzy. Oh yeah, look at her colors. Yeah, you can't tell me she don't want to spawn. Question is, does he want to spawn with her? I think the answer is yes. So, then we'll move around the corner. My Hartwiggy, getting into her spawning colors. Her and her male are trying to, or not trying, are cleaning out that pot. But not only that, I showed you that my female and male Hoga also got their tubes down and have been flying in and out of that pot over there. And we flip it around, we got a beautiful red male, Red Devil, his little mate. Just started swimming today. More Red Devil fry. And we come over here. My barred red one has definitely colored up. And the reason for that is because her and the big male decided they wanted to spawn in there. So again, even more Red Devil fry. Looks like she wants to get back in there, get some more eggs. Take a look at that tube. So she's definitely depositing some eggs in there. Dad's in there fertilizing. Alright, I'll leave him alone. I'll give him some privacy. And then lastly, my male Feste is definitely putting up some nice colors down here. He moved down to this one down here into the 135. And I put his female in with him. A couple of Godmania's dither fish. And I still have a divider in here with a hole big enough for her to get through, but not him. And she's hanging out inside there like she's in jail. But they also were sprouting a little bit of spawning action earlier as well. So big water change today, hopefully spark that spawning instincts in them. And what's a video without a beautiful shot of my big Dovi? What's up, big fella? Wanna say hi to everybody? Oh, why you gotta bite my finger like that? Oh, bite it one more time, one more time. Come on, there you go. I don't believe it, guys. Video's over and I think it's only going to be about 10 minutes, 15 minutes long. So I think we need to do something else to extend this video. But unfortunately, we don't have it. So back to quarantining. I can't reiterate enough, guys and girls. Quarantine your fish. Even that little bitty Polypterus is in this 20-gallon all by itself, taking up this entire 20-gallon by itself. But you know what? I'd hate to lose all my fish because of one tiny little 3-inch Polypterus. So again, quarantine. Medicate them. Epsom salts. 3 days. Water change. Do it again. 3 days. Water change. Do it again. Just because you do it for a week or 2 weeks does not mean it's good. Better to be safe than sorry. Would you rather have these fish for a long time along with your others, or these fish for 2 weeks and then same with your others, 2 weeks? Can't wait to get those Centracus into their home along with the Hunter and Red Point. I'm going to set up a tank with a nice big wood centerpiece, wrap some silk plants around it, obviously, because real plants would get destroyed by cichlids, and decorate the middle, give each half for each one of the small pairs, and call it good. Let's see if we can zoom in for my buddy Jeff Heiser and see if you can see this pleco. Sure, Sean, look at all them water spots. Alright, we're going to clean them water spots. I got to get a picture of that pleco. Hopefully he doesn't freak out and run or swim away. Dang, just sitting there watching me. Awesome. Wait, where are you going? Where are you going? Well, I gotta get me a flashlight so we can see better. That there is my blue-eyed redfin L137. Right there, it looks like you got a blue eye on a piece of wood. Alright guys, taking up your time enough today. You all have a good one and happy fish keeping. We'll talk soon.